Hello, and welcome to the 6th episode of this ALTTP NMG speedrun tutorial. In the last episode, we faced Death Mountain, blew ourselves up, and slashed our way to the 3rd pendant. In this episode, we will deal with enemy drops and some random acts of RNG. There's no special tech to cover in this episode, so let's dive right in. We just killed Moldorm and are heading out of the Tower of Hera. You can do a spin speed off these steps, and we'll want to go to the left, avoiding the dead rock as best we can. Hop off the ledge beside Spectacle Rock and dash to the long ladder where we came up. Perform a quick hop to the left of the ladder and go into the cave. It's important to note that we want to keep all of our health for the overworld traversal here. We will want sword beams for when we upgrade our sword. Once in the cave, dash up, dash left, and dash up again. Walk around the pit and dash through the bats. Take the door into the next room. Here we can dash left and you'll want to count to 3. You can do a menu buffer here to switch to your bow if it's not already selected, so you don't bonk on the door and fall into the pit. Exit the cave and hop off the ledge. There's going to be some route divergence here if you picked up the money in Eastern and or the money in Sarashala's hut when you got the boots. Then you can skip this part as you don't need any more money. One thing we will cover here is tree pulls. Some trees are pullable to give you money. There are 3 tiers of pulls. Tier 1, kill 1 enemy and pull the tree. This will give you 4 green rupees. Tier 2, kill 2 or more enemies and take damage. This will give you 4 blue rupees. And Tier 3, kill 4 or more enemies without taking damage. This will give you 4 red rupees. If you skip the early money, you will need to do the following. Pull the tree by pressing and holding A and press down on the D-pad. Collect the rupees. You don't need all of these, but we are going to do this again soon. Kill the bird to the left with either a spin or an arrow and dash up. Continue up, going around the dancing pickle, or kill it with an arrow. Dealer's choice on this one. Once in the forest, we will want to dash above the bushes, which will put us in line to hit the bird with our dash. Stop your dash at the left side of this small tree, turn and dash down. You may want to slash your sword before turning down, because if you're not fast enough, the bird will hit you. This will kill the bird and the bush crab, as well as line us up to go through the log. Dash up through the next log, dash through the bushes, and skip the mushroom for now. If you pick up the mushroom now, there's a chance you will pick it up again, losing precious seconds on your way back. If you want to pick up the mushroom for extra magic later, or as a safety for the late game, make sure you pick it up on your way back. Dash up through the log and dash through the bushes. Keep in mind, there's a chance for a guard to spawn in these bushes. Dash down through the log and ignore the bird. Dash left and walk up to the log here to get the Master Sword. Once through, move slightly to the right and dash up. This will make it so you don't bonk on the pedestal. Press A once behind the sword and watch the cutscene. You will get text here, so just mash A and B so that you don't accidentally open your map or shoot an arrow. Dash back down where we came from. There will be text when we exit, just use A and B to get through it. Go right and walk into the log a little and then start your dash. This is done to activate the bird so we can kill it with our dash. Dash back through the bushes and dash down to the log. This is where you can safely grab the mushroom. Dash right through the bushes and dash down through the log. You should still have full health here. If not, you will need to do some backup strats later on, but don't sweat it too much. Stop dashing at the tree and pull it. You should get 4 red rupees here and have at least 110 rupees, which you will need very soon. Collect the rupees, bottom right, bottom left, then far left and dash to the far right rupee, and killing the bird with this dash. Dash down and out of the forest. Once out of the forest, dash down to the trees and dash right. On the next screen, dash to the bottom row of bushes and dash down. Dash down along the diagonal and you should be pushed along the fence without bonking. Stop your dash at the next diagonal, line up with the bottom of the fence, and dash right. line up with the left of the paved path here and dash up, and enter Hyrule Castle once again. Dash up and then left, and then you can walk down to the stairs and dash out the door. Walk diagonally down a little and dash to the door with the barrier. Slash it and walk through it. You don't have to wait till it's completely gone. Enter Aga's tower and dash up. If you have 11 arrows here, do the following. Charge your sword through the transition, walk up to the left guard, spin attack him through the railing, fire off 2 arrows to kill him. After firing the second arrow, turn right, charge your sword. Sword beam should hit the guard once. Use the rail to lock the guard in place, just as we've done before, and your sword spin should hit him twice. If you don't have a lot of arrows, you can turn to face the door, charge your sword, and let the guards come down to you. When they start playing footsies with each other, back up to the rail, release your sword spin, and this will hit both guards simultaneously. In this room, ideally you have sword beams. Walk down slightly and use your sword beam to hit each blue guard once, then dash through them. We do this to preserve the enemy drop pool that these guards are in. Dashing will never drop a prize. If you don't have sword beams, you want to slash both guards and then dash through them. This is a little harder to pull off, but it's worth it to try to preserve these drops, as there are a chance for them to drop a fairy, and we want this later in the run. Killing these guards will spawn a chest. Open it and make sure you are firm against the bottom of the chest so that we can do a key dash going a little left and then doing a dash turn through the locked door. In this room we want to go left until we are off the carpet and then go diagonally down to the left to go through the door. Doing it this way will make sure we don't get hit. Dash down and dash to the left. We dash instead of using our sword, since sword beams will immediately alert the guards and they will swarm you. Walk up after killing the bat, and dash down to the left to go get the key in this chest. Walk down, dash up, and go back down. Avoid the bat. If the guard is in your way, dash into him and slash him. The guard will aggro, but at this point it doesn't matter since we're far enough away from them at this point. Go through the locked door to the right. Start walking diagonally up as you enter the room and avoid the 2 speedy blue guards and go up the stairs. In this room, go up and left. If the guard gets in your way, either slash him or knock him into the pit. Walk to the top of the room and dash to the right through the guard blocking the door. Hold B through this transition and kill the arrow guard directly below you for the key. You can key dash in this room, but it's risky as the other guards may shoot you or charge at you while your dash is charging. Now the lights have been turned back on, but we're faced with 2 red guards. You should still have a few arrows at this point, roughly 9. Put 2 arrows in both guards and advance to the next room. If you don't have enough arrows, it will take 2 spins or 3 slashes to kill them. Just do the best you can to kill them quickly and proceed to the next room. Hold B through the transition and tink off the wall to get the guard's attention. Once your sword is charged, you should be able to get 2 spins on the upper red guard and 1 in the second. If you still have sword beams here, you can beam the lower guard twice or you can put an arrow into it. Dealer's choice. Switch to your boomerang as you enter this room. The goal is to throw both pots at the red guard in the center of the room and use the boomerang to get the key. The other red guard might get in your way. Ideally, he goes down and stays out of your way. If he crosses your path, just wait for him to get clear and throw both pots at the red guard. Throw the boomerang and make your way to the door. Alternatively, you can throw the first pot at the center red guard, boomerang the second guard, and then put the pot into the second red guard. Throw the boomerang to pick up the key, and head towards the locked door. There is a little health here in this room if you need it. In this room, just dash to the right and go up the stairs. This is the safest way to do this room. Now we have our first statue push. If you wiggle up and down while pushing the statue, it will move a little faster. Create a big enough gap for Link and head through the door. In this room, there are a couple ways to deal with the narrow paths. If you still have sword beams, hit the blue guard to the north of you with a beam as you enter the room. This should push him far enough back that he falls off. If you don't have sword beams, walk up and before going right, use your boomerang to knock the guard off the path. Once you are past the first short walkway, just dash up to the stairs and go through the door. You can dash straight into this room to get to Aga's chamber. In Aga's chamber, if you are fast enough, you can end the game by saving Zelda. What? You can't? Why not? What's with the scripted uselessness the game gives you? Whatever, don't go up the stairs. You can start your dash before the text starts, just remember to hold A when Aga vanishes out of the room. Dash to the very top of the screen and just start slashing all the curtains to find out where he went. It's random every time, so it's just the luck of the draw. It's not the luck of the draw? Seriously? So it's always center. Fine, whatever. Just cut the center curtain, I guess, and just get ready for some RNG shenanigans. Before we do this insanely easy fight, be prepared that this can end your run. I once entered this room 30 seconds ahead of my PB and exited having lost 1 minute and 30 seconds. This is due to Aga's attack patterns. He has 3 attacks and they are on a relatively predictable pattern. The first attack is an energy ball, which we can reflect back with our sword. The second is known as blue balls, which will extend the fight a little bit. The third attack is lightning, which he does so on his 5th attack. The cycle goes like this. Aga teleports somewhere, hits you with guaranteed energy beam as his first attack. You will always want to try to hit Aga into the center of the room where possible, and this makes his teleports happen a little bit faster. His next 3 attacks is a 50-50. It will either be an energy ball or blue balls. His 5th attack will be lightning, and the cycle starts all over again. During the lightning phase, hold on to the top wall as this will reduce lag during the lightning animation. Ideally you want 0 blue balls. Every extra cycle will cost you time. The minimum is 2 cycles. 2 blue balls will not give you an extra cycle. Be aware that there is a possibility of getting up to 15 blue balls during this fight, which will end your run unless you have a ton of time to make up in future segments. Once you've defeated Aga, he will warp you to the Dark World, onto the Lost Pyramid of Hyrule, or I guess the Golden Land, if you want to get super technical about it. There's a bunch of text that comes, so just use all your face buttons to mash through it, X, Y, B, and A, as there will be a health up and a sword swoop tink coming up, where we will split our timer. That's the end of this segment as well as this episode. Next episode we will talk about Palace of Darkness, or POD for short. We will cover controversial topics such as extortion, animal labor, as well as less controversial topics such as item dashing and sexy statue pushing. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Hacksaw for helping me organize my thoughts well enough to give shape to this series, as well as Rabbit Bluejay for making the thumbnail for the series. Links to both of their channels below. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and don't forget to comment, it really helps me out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.